Okay, good evening, everyone. I wanted to do a recording for to show you guys how to use the generator that was in the class files from last night and the GPT. So let's start with the worksheet that you guys were giving, so I can kind of show you where it is and what you will need to do in order to access it. Okay, so when you come into your Canva, it is going to be on the worksheet. The links are there, but you're going to have to copy and paste them because I didn't make them clickable. So you're going to have to copy and paste the links. And we're going to go to page 2, and the links are there. I went back and did a color code on them so that you could see them. And I also went back last night and added fillable base prompts. So for the first little image of the your character, and here is a fillable base prompt. So what you can do is, when I say fillable base prompt, for some of you that may not know what that is, you will just go to the places on here where it says create a full body and gender. You will fill that spot in. You will erase the word gender, and you will put in what you want, the ethnicity. You would erase that word and put what you would like, whatever your liking is there. Everywhere that you see those semicolons, you can go in and add your information. So this file has been updated, so it should be updated on your end as well. And also you will come here to the Ultimate School Builder Generator, and you will click that, and you will copy it into your browser, and you will download the generator. And let's see, I already had it downloaded somewhere over here. Here's the generator. So when you open up the generator, this is what the generator should look like. Um, you can start by, these are like, just look at them like questions. If you're thinking about something that you want to create for is your PNG, whatever you want to create, you will come here and you will look at the drop downs, and you can choose from the drop downs. Here you don't have a drop down, but it has a place for a school name. If you want to add your school name or a school name that you want to use for your PNG, you can add that. You can add your mascot, your school colors. Here is the school supply products. You can add, you can choose it. If you whatever you want, you would just click it. You will click it, and if it's something that's not there that you would like, you just come here and you will just type it in. um you can hit none if you don't even want to choose a item, or you can select multiple options by holding the control and the command. So say for instance you wanted to choose a crayon box and the folder, you would just hold the control and command key and choose two options. Here you will be able to choose the type of character you want. So say it says African American little girl is the example. If you didn't want that, you wanted to do Hispanic or you Caucasian, whichever one you want to choose, you can write that in if you want to choose it. If you don't have a preference, then you can just leave them blank. If you want on the grade, you can choose it. If you don't have a preference, you can leave it blank. Any of these that you don't have a preference on, like you might have a preference on one and not the other, just leave it blank, or you can click none and keep it moving. Like they're all different ones. So once you choose, let's just choose some. Once you choose, make your choices. I'm just choosing. I'm not even looking, y'all. So I'm just showing you how to choose. Once you choose it, you will come up here and you will hit generate prompt, and it's going to generate a prompt for you. You will copy this prompt. I like to copy it this way. It is a copy to clipboard that way. I don't know, I've always just copied it because when Canva didn't let us copy, I just got used to copying and pasting. You will copy that prompt, and then you will take it and upload it in your favorite generator. So then when you want to come back, you will hit the clear all button and it starts all over. If you like me, I don't like having to choose all those different options because I really don't be knowing what I want sometimes, and I'm just not the person to quite design it. So I like the way AI, I can tell it something and it grabs the rest of it and does it for me. That's one of the things you can do right here with the randomize. You can click this button, randomize, and what randomize would do, it will generate a prompt for you. So it randomized all of those sections, and it generated a prompt for us. So I'm going to copy that, and I will hold down the copy, and then we're going to come over and we're going to open up our chat GPT, and we're going to just pop this prompt into chat GPT just as it is. If you want to do read your prompts to make sure it is still to your liking. A lot of times I don't, but to your liking, and the correct way to do this will be to read your prompts and make sure it is what you want it to be. So that way, when you're reading, if it's something that you want to change, you can go ahead and change it there. So it did a randomize, so it's gonna pick some stuff for us. So um, I like to see what it's gonna do. Let's see. You can take the same prompt, and if, say, for instance, you like Gemini, I'm just gonna use Gemini as an example. You can come over to Gemini and you can prompt that same prompt into Gemini without any changes to it or anything. And I was trying to hit the create image button. There it is. Hit the create image, drop your prompt in, and hit the go button. And while we're waiting on those to generate, just know that this is from last night's class, or from the Pinterest pen class. This will help you get your number one image. This is what these are for. Your starter image, how you want to start off for your back to school PNGs, Pinterest pins. So this is what start you off from ground zero. So if you don't have an idea, like sometimes I have kind of an idea of what I want, but I do know sometimes people, sometimes we draw blanks and we don't know quite what we want to do. So this is one of the ways that it will help you generate an idea. So it said booked and brilliant, future looks bright, bold, focused, shining. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Focus, force, kind, ready. I think that word is wrong. I think that's supposed to be focus, but we can redo that again. Let's just tell chat I like what you did, but retry. And that's only because of that word, y'all. I really like the image and everything. This is just showing you a way that if you don't like it, what you can do. This is not, something that happens in all cases, but then this can be used as a PNG if you would transparent the background, or you can use it as a notebook cover or a pencil. You can lunch bag cover, a lot of different school supply things. Okay, and this is what Gemini gave us. Remember, we use the same prompt. So you see that word was supposed to be focused. Chat hadn't messed up a word in a long time, but it did. But it looked like Gemini messed up one a little bit right here too. Bold, focus, and shining. But those are things that you can easily change in Canva, or just, I will have it to regenerate to keep from having to drop and come back, or I just go and tell it to remove that part altogether and let's just keep it moving. But those are your two different images that was created with our generator, and that is how you use the generator. It says something went wrong while generating your image. Sorry about that. Let's see. Chat probably is tired of me today. Okay, so then it gave us another image, And it did much better this time. Okay. Yeah. Focus, kind, and ready. It's much better. So this can be, used on the same kind of stuff like we were talking about earlier. Your notebook covers, your backpack. Some people do backpacks because you have the full sublimation backpacks. You have your crayon boxes, your color pencil boxes. Those things can be branded according to, your liking. And I do think if you add the school colors and the child's name and stuff like that, I like the personalized stuff. So that's just my take. But when you're making PNGs for everybody, you can do it as a Canva editable, and it will be able to change. That's just another little thing. If you just come right here and ask Chat to make that into a Canva editable, he will, and then you're able to take it into Canva and change it. And I think we did look at our other image, and so these are the things that you could do using your generator, and you can generate, and that is something that you can do over and over. Like it's thousands of different prompts. Every time you come in here and run this, you will get something different. Let's go and just run another one just so you can see that every time you come back to your generator, you will get, there's thousands of prompts in there. So you will be able to generate thousands of images from just that generator. Okay. I'm going to just wait on this one, and then I'm going to show you, and then we're going to move on over to the GPT. I just wanted to run these with you guys for those. And this is a way, like I said, that you can just create. You can get your first image, because remember, after you get your general image, you're going to run the prompts that we did on last night, and then you're able to generate 10 variations of that image with using the prompts. So this will just give you like your foundation image, and then you're able to use the prompts from last night to gather up all the other images. Oh, that's cute, cute, cute. Very school colorish. I like those colors. And be able to use ready, set, learn. Yep. So that's something, a different image, as you see every time we come in with a different prompt, it is going to generate a different image, and you're able to change that to boys, girls, all of the above. And like I said, you would just come back here. It does have some little defect, but if you can get right here and hit the clear all button, it's going to drop back down, and your prompt is going to always come right here. So when you hit the generate button, if you're picking them here, you will hit your generate button, and then you're able to copy it, and then you're able to take it into your favorite generator, which is your AI system that you can get to create your image. Okay, so now let's go back to here, and so I can show you where it is. This next purple area is your GPT. So you can copy that, and then you're going to put it in your browser, and it's going to take you to Chat GPT, and it's going to open up to the GPT that I created. You don't have to use both of these. It's one or the other. It's just some people prefer using a GPT. Some people like using a generator. So I'm a GPT person, but I do know that some people like generators. So you just have one or the other if you like. So you're gonna click. Well, you're not gonna get this. Yours is gonna look like this when it opens up. And let's see. Let's try this one today. And then it's going to ask you, it says generate 10 school spirit product ideas for my mascot and colors. So, to tailor those ideas to the Pacific school, I eventually need your mascot. So let's give it the mascot, which is Rebels. And that is, the colors are red, black and white, and that is Hetzibah, Hepzibah, high school. And then let's see what it does. So it's giving us the ideas here. So what I do when it gives me ideas, here are 10 original school spirit product ideas inspired by Hetzibah High School using Rebels theme as the school colors, red, black, and white. These concepts intentionally avoid copying and generating any copyright school logos or mascot artwork, instead using original Rebel inspired imagery. They also reflect the idea of building coordinated school spirit collections rather than just standalone PNGs. So what I will come down now and just ask chat to give me to create an image for me. And like this is, if you like, I can also create 10 premium AI image generation prompts for these concepts. So here, right alone, it's saying it could give you 10 more prompts right here. So that's what the GPT for is, to give you different prompts and to be able to help you design your art for your PNGs for back to school. They're all back to school PNG prompt generators to help you with, designing and coming up with different PNG ideas. So once this one generates, this will be, it. Just wanted to show you guys those two things for some people who, may not have never used a GPT or a prompt generator, so that you're able to get the use from it. Oh, that is too stinking cute. So this is your PNG, and you could add it to, whatever you want. From here, you can take her and you can start running the prompts that we had last night. That can become a flyer, a mock-up, all of the above. Pinterest pin ready. All right, thank you. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a good night.